Hi, welcome. Today, I am going to explain about the film After. Spoilers ahead, watch out fully. A teenage girl's voiceover introduces the film, discussing how certain moments in life can define who you are as it montages images of a couple enjoying each other's company. The girl claims that everything in her life was easy before he came along and is now only complicated. After waking up from a dream, Tessa, Josephine Langford, begins packing her room in preparation for moving to college. In the downstairs kitchen, she is joined by her best friend, Noah, Dylan Arnold, and her mother, Carol, Selma Blair. Tessa reminds her mother that she is heading to college, not a survival camp. As she is enumerating supplies she believes Tessa will need. Tristan claims that even without a phony ID, they can get Tessa into all the best locations. The room smelled of marijuana, so Carol leaves the room furious and insists they request a different room. She doesn't want Tessa to become sidetracked from her academics by these girls. Tessa reassures her that it won't be a problem because she is responsible. She bids her mother and Noah farewell. When Tessa gets back to her room, Tristan is not there. Steph and Tessa talk about how Tessa freaked out Carol, how Noah is Tessa's best friend, not her brother, as Steph had thought, and how Tessa still has a lot of books. Tessa unpacks while Steph departs. Early in the morning, Tessa gets out of her dorm and walks across campus to her first class. She meets Shane Paul McGuy's character Landon outside a locked classroom. They arrive before any other students do. Soon after, a professor stops by and lets them in. This course is Econ 101. They engage in small talk about being first-year students and their majors. The following day, Tessa is seen studying in a coffee shop on campus. 3 people enter, one of them the obnoxious boy from the previous night in her room. As they place their drink orders, Tessa looks up at the boy, who gives her a small smile. After exchanging quick glances, he turns and leaves with his buddies. Tessa studies at the library. Steph interrupts her to inform her that they are attending a party that evening. Steph assists Tessa in selecting her party attire. She decides on a dress in maroon. After entering the fraternity, Steph runs into Tristan in the kitchen and gives her a kiss. She is her girlfriend. Tessa appears a little taken aback by this. They enter the living room, where a couch is occupied by a group of friends. Along with another guy, it's the trio from the coffee shop. Tessa is introduced to Steph's pals. The rude boy Hardin, Hero finds Tiffin, Molly, Inanasakis, Jace the Townie, Swen Temmel, and Zed, Samuel Larson, are all present. As they lay together on the couch, Molly and Hardin are caressing and kissing each other. Zed asks Tessa what her major is. She says she wants to study business or economics. Tessa declines Jace's offer of a drink at first, but after Molly makes fun of her, she takes a sip. Molly proposes a game of truth or dare between them. Molly clarifies that's not how they play the game, despite Tessa's assertion that it's for kids. Tessa responds, truth or dare, to Jace's question. Molly inquires as to the most bizarre location she has ever had sex. Molly notices that Tessa is clearly uncomfortable and requests to pass. She queries Tessa about her virginity. Tessa asks for a dare because she doesn't want to respond. Tessa is given a dare by Jace to flirt with Hardin. Molly takes a phone video of the interaction. He stooped down to ask her if she wanted to follow through in a whisper. After a brief moment of staring into each other's eyes, they both get to their feet and, declaring she's finished with the game, Tessa turns to leave. The group makes fun of Hardin for being surprised by this and claims that this is his first rejection. With a slight expression of skepticism, he turns to face Molly, who is still filming, but he slowly smiles. When Tessa calls Noah outside to the party's porch, he confronts her about drinking and partying. After hanging up with him, she leaves the room. She moves into one of the bedrooms after climbing the stairs. Subsequently, Tessa is spotted at a tattoo parlor as Jace inks Steph. She declines their suggestion to get one, claiming her mother would kill her. She goes on to say that her mother has planned every aspect of her life and has most likely already planned her marriage to Noah. Steph asks if Noah is the only boy Tessa has dated, and the answer is yes. Later on, Tessa is seen lying in bed while Steph and Tristan are playing around after returning home. Tessa seems lonely as she tosses around in bed. Tessa is seen putting on makeup and going through her closet. It seems as though she is unable to settle on a look. After that, she is shown waking up and realizing that it was a dream as Hardin is shown staring down at her, petting her face, and asking what she is dreaming about. Tessa receives an unexpected visit from Noah, and they head to a bonfire. After meeting Noah, everyone takes a seat. In addition to drinking, Hardin is depressed about seeing Noah and Tessa together. Molly suggests they have a game of suck and blow. Tessa leans in as Jace purposefully drops his right as they pass a playing card to each other mouth to mouth. Noah sheepishly tells Jace to back off as he keeps making advances towards her. They start fighting after Hardin leaps off the log over the fire and punches Jace. Hardin storms off into the darkness after they have parted ways. Then, Tessa and Noah are lying down in her room, watching television together. Ignoring her mother's texts regarding the breakup with Noah and Hardin's question about why she won't talk to him, Tessa is seen in the video sadly strolling around campus. She lives her life as usual. One night, she responds to a text from Hardin inviting her to his frat house and shows up. Sitting on the roof just outside his window, they discuss her father's departure when she was a young child. She also discusses how horrible she feels about what she did to Noah. Although Hardin is so much more, she claims that Noah is her best friend. Tessa is next seen in the library right before it closes. They duck behind the security guard as Hardin approaches her stealthily. After class, Molly approaches Tessa in the restroom and inquires about her boyfriend. She finds out that Tessa and her broke up. Molly claims that Hardin told her that they had been spending time together and that it appears as though she moves on fast. To Tessa's surprise, Molly expressed her happiness after they had been spending time together, as Tessa confirms. According to Molly, Hardin acts like Hardin. According to Hardin, this was recorded prior to everything, even before he met her. Tessa asks everyone around the table if what they are saying is true. They all keep their eyes shut. Rising from the table, Tessa storms out, Hardin trailing behind. She accuses him of lying as they argue in the pouring rain. She interrupts him, telling him that everything was before he snapped his fingers and turned it off. Tessa responds, they are both liars, to Hardin bringing up the fact that she told him nothing could change how she felt about him. Hardin sobs in the rain as she flees into the night. Everyone is being dismissed by Professor Soto on the last day of class. She gives Tessa Hardin's final project and requests that she stay behind, stating that it was intended more for her. She and Landon argue over whether or not she ought to open it. When she does at last, she views images of the lake and herself. After reading his love essay, she makes the decision to visit the lake where they had their first kiss. A voiceover features Hardin discussing how he has discovered Elizabeth Bennet and how their souls are identical. He begs your pardon. He materializes behind her and takes a seat beside her on the pier. Comment your sequence in this movie recap with time snaps. Thanks for watching this awesome recap. Subscribe for regular movie updates.